Hi there, I'm Karen Jackson, and thank you for this opportunity to chat with you a little bit about education and teaching in particular. In your email, you asked, what am I interested to teach? I am very interested in teaching economics or other business topics because I've just finished my Master's of Business Administration degree, an MBA. I thoroughly enjoyed the experience, and I would love to share that knowledge with students and help them discover it as well. In my coursework, um, we talked about leadership and ethics and what makes a good leader, and we wrote and researched quite a bit on those two topics. Also, we studied marketing and created several marketing plans for businesses and studied the marketing tactics that are prevalent today, such as social media marketing and other types of internet marketing. The and also project management was part of our coursework as well. So planning a project from beginning to end was also covered. I do have a little bit experience with starting my own business as it's called Jackson Educational Experiences. And I have worked with a couple schools during the summer last year. They contracted with me and I helped them with their Google certification and with Seesaw and other online programs, which was very helpful for them during their upcoming pandemic teaching in the fall. So I'm very familiar with online education, being a student myself, and also being a teacher using Canvas and Blackboard and other online uh, types of software for learning. In my experience, I've also done lots of business writing, lots of scholarly writing with my MBA thesis and dissertation, as well as a teacher. I taught English to middle schoolers, younger students as well, about grammar and creative writing and the other types of writing that exist. So part of my idea behind teaching English is for students to use the language a lot and to listen to that inner voice of their idea, that the kind of the creativity that comes out when students are about to write. So I help students to listen to themselves, listen to their inner writer, and also this works for creative writing, but also business writing. And so that's what I would like to uh, I would like to teach. An example of how I inspire students is I like to give students real world examples and problems to solve where they are put in situations where they have to use the content in order to solve the problem, so that students know that it's a real life experience as much as possible that I can give them. Also, I like to set goals with students so that as they move toward their goal, they know step by step what they need to do. And if they don't reach their goal, which some do not, then they can look back and say, "Oh, that's where I did this step and this was incorrect, or I should have done this, or I should have done something else." So, goal setting and step by step planning is a big part of actual inspiration for students because it helps them achieve their goals. And that's the most inspiring, is when students are actually achieving what they're looking for. They're achieving their goals. So also helping students understand how they learn as individuals is also very helpful. It's inspiring to students because I know this from my own experience, that I learn through auditory. When I hear things, I remember things better. And also when I write things down, it helps me remember because I say things out loud to myself when I write. So As a learner, that took me a long time to realize, but once I did, learning was much easier. So we help students, we guide them through those experiences where they learn how to individually, uh, how they learn as an individual. And then I think they'll be more successful when they realize what the secret is, what gets the knowledge inside of them, and that helps them to learn and to be successful. How I like to show students and demonstrate how to learn in different ways is to present the content in those different manners. So we use audio, we use video, we use graphic organizers, we use text, and I allow students to present their information because, as the saying goes, to teach is to learn twice. And I know that students will learn if they have to teach the content to someone else. And that's how you know that you've really gotten the information. So that's one way in showing students how they learn, and then having them reflect on it and evaluate. So reflection is also a big part of what I do. Journaling and writing in to document their thoughts, and also to just communicate with each other and to talk, especially if they're learning another language, or they need practice with English. They need to practice talking English, just as I am practicing learning my Swedish. So these things help students to learn in and to learn different parts of their brain while they're learning. Another question that you asked is my thoughts about teamwork at school. I've mentioned a little bit about teamwork of students, and it's important for students to be able to solve problems and work in teams, because that's the reality today, is that most businesses, most jobs, people work in teams, whether you're an educator or whether you're a business person, or whether you're a construction worker. There are teams that go out and work together. So the skills that are necessary for teams are listening, and being able to communicate, and critical thinking, and being creative and solving problems. So all those are skills that are necessary for students, and also necessary for adults as teams, to work in teams. So I also, as an adult, I love to work in teams. Let me be clear. I am a responsible worker, and I know that when I have a job, it is my responsibility to do the work. But it's so much more fun to work as a team, and the value in teamwork is that you may see something I miss. And so, as we communicate and as we are on the same level, we help each other and we make each other better. And t- um, let's see, everyone has a different perspective. Because of your experience, you may come up with knowledge that I missed. As professionals, we benefit from the skills of those on our team. And it's a great way to model for students when we work as a team, as teachers, as instructors, and as leaders, that the students see this and they can emulate, and they actually see if it's working, and they see if we can communicate and be respectful and work together as a team. And I have worked with some stellar teams and had a wonderful time teaching. Team teaching or individually teaching, even just planning with someone, is helpful, and it makes the work more enjoyable. And the last thing I wanted to say is that the ultimate goal of teamwork, or any kind of work, is this, that the students are learning. And so we'll see when the students are successful, if what we're doing is right. And I think that is the judge of whether or not we're doing our job. Not if we're doing our job description, but if the students are learning, and if they are really excited and taking what we teach them and running with it. I think That's the goal of our job, and that's the impact that we have on students when they can come back and say, "Yeah, I really enjoyed that. That was a great year. I learned so much that year." That's my goal. Thank you so much again for this opportunity. I really appreciate it. And if you have any other questions, please just let me know and I will be happy to respond. Have a great day.